What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com coming to you for Wednesday, the 16th of October. Let's get you on a free play, a recap of what we did for Tuesday, and get you on your merry way. It's late on Tuesday night, and we're going to be up early in the morning, and we'll kick off our live show that we do Wednesdays and Thursdays. 10:15ish is what we're going to be going for. Maybe just a little bit earlier, but no later than 10:15, 10:20, and we'll run as normal 45 minutes to an hour. And then tomorrow, or today, excuse me, because it's already Wednesday. It's just late at night. We will have. It's going to be focused on college football. Obviously, we'll talk MLB and NHL, but the main focus as far as look ahead will be college football, and we'll leave NFL for Thursday. So get your questions ready, and guys, just understand, because I get some complaints like when I go live and people will ask questions that I don't get to, like, hey, what do you think about this game? I mean, I can't break down every single game. I just can't do it. I wish I could, but I can't. And not only that, I'm not going to give you a pick in every single game. Some games I just don't like and don't have a pick in. Some that some people may ask, I may already have it circled for a premium or top play. So I'm probably not going to give that out. But I'll always give one official free play, which is something that I do on every live show that we do. And then I go out and I pick questions. I don't cherry pick just the ones that I like. It's kind of as they come in, I'll take them. So if I'm in the midst of answering one question and I have 500 other comments come in, a lot of times those disappear and I'm not even done with the first question yet. So just try to understand and be respectful of that I cannot answer everything. I'm not going to try to answer everything, but I try to engage with everybody that tunes in. So we'll be doing that. We'll get on a big week. So, Ben, like I said, coming off of a rough weekend, we came out on Monday, dropped the free play, but swept the board otherwise, top play in the MLB, another winner. We come into Tuesday, and we go have another good day of profit. We went 1-1 in the NHL, which was kind of the most disheartening thing because we should have gone a clean 2-0. Winnipeg, we had them at minus 130. And they went out there and they started doing everything so well. They were up 2-0. They were controlling, the time of possession. They were controlling the back and forth. They were controlling offensively, defensively. They were controlling everything. And then they just kind of, I don't want to say they tanked. I don't want to say they got lackluster. But what they started to do, what they were defending so well, and the way that their offense was going out there and targeting the weak spots of that defense, they started doing the opposite after that. They weren't targeting the weak spots on the defense, and their defense was not being overly aggressive to the strong suits of the opposing offense, which is what they did for almost 2 full periods. And they just stopped doing that. They were still playing hockey, and they were still playing at a fairly high level. They just weren't doing what has worked for them all season thus far, and what was more than working for this game. So they ended up dropping the game. So we ended up losing that play, but we did have a play on the puck line at plus money on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Minus 1.5 goals at plus 110. We did win that. That puts us at 1-1 in the NHL, and puts us at 21-7 overall for the season, still undefeated in top plays. So I'm not going to complain. They were both premium plays. They were both rated the same, and because we got plus 110 and then we had minus 130, we would have dropped just a hair bit of juice there. But an even day, otherwise. And then we get into the MLB. We had the Astros on the money line, which took care of business. We did take the over as a premium play. And the reason is, and I'll get into this, I mean, I've said it 1,000 times, the harder the pitcher throws, the easier it is for that to become a home run when made good contact with. And the Astros started out strong. The Yankees just weren't swinging the bat well. So, it kind of came to full form towards the end of the game, but it did not go over the 7.5. So we split there. But then we had a top play on the Washington Nationals, which was just barely short of a bloodbath. And so another great day in the MLB, another top play winner, and ultimately because of that, another great day of profit. And because everybody should know by now, if you've been following me for any length of time, how I rate my games and how I set those up for wagers, it was another good day. So, what do we got going for Wednesday? Let's talk about a little promo we're going to do. I haven't done this before, and I'm probably not going to do it again, but I want to try this because somebody made the mention. It wasn't exactly like this, but I'm going to try a little something, and it's only because I came off of the bad weekend that even though we're coming right back, as I said we would, we don't have bad weekends often, but when we do, I mean, they're going to happen, but we always bounce back. We bounce back immediately, we bounce back strong, and we leave that in the past very quickly. Now, what I'm going to do is, so it's Wednesday. You have two options for a short-term package, and that's going to give you a 3-day pass for $50, all premium and daily top plays, or a 7-day pass for $99. Same, statistics apply. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an incentive on either one of those packages, as well as the 30-day package. So this is what I'm going to do. On the 3-day pass, I'm going to extend you through Sunday, which is basically, it's 5 days. So you're going to get Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the price of 3. If you're already currently on a 3-day, 7-day, 30-day pass, whatever, and you still want to be able to get the deal, you can. You buy it for $50 and it just goes into your queue, and as soon as your other subscription ends, that one starts up, so you'll still get the 5 days for $50. Now, if we go through, let me look at something real quick, because I am going to put a time limit on this based on, because a lot of times when I run specials like this, people will go in and buy like all the way up to midnight, and I have to go in because I've got it set up to automatically extend for the day or 2 days or whatever. But if you buy late enough, it'll extend it, but then I have to go in and extend one more day because you bought it after game started, which is only right. I mean, that's not an issue, but it can be extremely time consuming. So being that I'm doing this video as early as I am, as far as people to see it in plenty of time, the earliest play tomorrow, so there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing going on tomorrow in the sports world before 7 p.m. Is that right? Yeah. And I can't, even say that I would have a play in a 7 p.m. game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it until 7 p.m. You have until 7 p.m. to buy these to get the special. If you buy it after 7 p.m. Eastern time, then you're buying just the normal package. Normal 3-day, normal 7-day, no incentives apply. So don't ask me about it if it's after 7 p.m. I've already pre-warned you. So you're going to get that. 5 days for the price of 3. Probably never going to do that again, but hey, why not? Let's do something. Let's have a little fun. For the 7-day pass, you're going to get 7 days. You're not going to get an extension of days or anything like that, but what you are going to get is my big top play that I'm going to have at some point this week. I've already locked in on a game that, well, technically 2 games. One of them is most certainly play of the week status. The other one could potentially be play of the year status. I don't know yet. I'm very hesitant to pull the trigger on games of the year. I've only ever lost one, ever, in anything that I've ever done. And it was close. It really was. And it shouldn't have been a loss. But nonetheless, very, very hesitant. But I always have one in every sport. We could be looking at one in football this weekend. That's about as far in detail as I'm going to get. Now, what this 7-day pass is going to include, as long as you buy it 7 p.m. or earlier, for anybody that buys the 7-day pass, you are going to get that included. Now, when you buy it, you're not going to see that play pop up immediately because obviously it's not tomorrow. But what you are going to get is when we do have it, when I announce it and I say, hey, it's here, it's ready, go get it. Any of those people that bought prior to that time for the week package can log onto their account, click their dashboard icon to come off of their 7-day pass, and they'll see it right below it. So you'll get that absolutely free, which is an additional $50 to $150 value depending on what we actually release this week. And then the 30-day pass. You buy a 30-day pass tomorrow, 7 p.m. or earlier, Eastern time. You're not only going to get whatever the top play is for this week, absolutely free, included, I'm also going to extend you one full week, one full 7-day week. So instead of 4 weeks, you're going to get 5 weeks. And you're also going to get the play of the week, month, year, whatever we end up having this week, whatever I rate it at, whatever game that I end up choosing, you'll get that at no additional charge. So you basically have right now roughly about 17 hours to purchase this because at 7:01 p.m. Eastern time, all of these deals are off. And I'm not. I mean, if I get an email from someone at 8:15 that says, "Hey, I just bought it. Am I going to get this or not?" I'm not even going to respond. It's not that I'm being an ass, what people say it is, but I get 200 emails a day anyway. The only way you're knowing about this package is by watching this. So I know you're hearing it. So guys, let's just come on. Help me out a little bit. So 3 days, you're going to get 5 days. 7 days, you're going to get 7 days plus the big top play of the week that's completely separate that you know you want to buy anyway. 30 days, you're going to get the top play plus another week. So 7 p.m. Eastern time on October the 16th of 2019. There's my spiel for the day. Let's get on a free play. Let's do college football. Troy, South Alabama, 8 p.m. Troy is at home. I think Troy's overvalued, to be honest with you. And I think that South Alabama is much better than their 1-5 record suggests. But let's face it, Troy's worse than they were last year. They just are. And I just think that it's taking a while for the public and the experts and the odds makers to truly catch up with the downhill slope that they've gone on. Now, does that mean that I have a play on the side? No, it does not. I favor South Alabama. I lean them. I don't think that Troy is justified to lay 2 touchdowns with just about anybody, especially someone that is more equal to their level of competition. Are they a better team than South Alabama? If you really want to talk about just on paper and I guess their record and the way certain things have gone this year, yes, they are. Are they a 2-touchdown better team? No, they are not. Is that saying they couldn't win by 2 touchdowns? No, they could because South Alabama makes stupid mistakes. They make stupid mistakes. And one of their mistakes is when they run the ball and they're finding success, they don't protect the ball. So they turn it over a lot on the types of possessions that should be the most well-guarded and I don't know how I want to word that. Those are the ones they should not be turning over. It's one thing to turn a ball over on a pass that they tried to pick up 40 yards off of, but to to run a little route, pick up 3 or 4 yards, and you turn it over, that's where it kind of gets like, hey, you're shooting yourself in the foot here. You're costing yourself games. You're costing yourself the belief people have in you. So, but in saying that, Troy could absolutely cover this. But I truly believe that just as easily as Troy could cover a 2-touchdown spread against them, I believe that SA could win this game outright. Truth be told, I really do. I think that those 2 things happening right there are about equal when you come to the risk to reward factor. I truly do. Would I bet, South Alabama on the money line to win outright? Not a snowball's chance in hell would I. But getting 15 points. Troy's quarterback's questionable. Their top running back, B.J. Smith, is out. I just think that plus 15 is a good play. But I tell you what I like just slightly more is the over 54.5. I think you're going to see it come down to 54 even. You can probably find it at 54 even in a couple of spots. I just bet it not 10 minutes before I started this video at over 54.5, and here's why. The main things that push me over the edge to it is it's hard not to take the over in a game involving Troy because the Trojans are giving up an absolutely absurd amount of yards per people that are passing the ball. Over 10 yards per pass on average. That's a first down on the majority of passes they let teams make. That's absurd for anybody. And it's absolutely the worst in all of FBS football. South Alabama knows it. So I do think that even though South Alabama is probably a little bit more of a run team than they are a pass team, and that kind of goes back into in the saying of they turn the ball over a lot when they shouldn't. A lot of it's when they're running the ball. They know what Troy gives up through the air, so they're going to attack the air more than they are the ground, even though their ground game is probably a little bit more potent than their air attack, which neither one of them's anything to write home about. But they know that their best chance of going out there and pulling off an upset is to shoot the ball downfield and go for broke. Which, with the way Troy guards the pass and proves what it can and can't stop, South Alabama's got as good a chance of anybody at going out there and picking up positive yardage and big yardage, which also means that if they're not successful more times than not, what's going to happen? You're going to have a lot of incomplete passes. You're going to have a lot of passes that don't make first down that end up getting bobbled or have to be tossed out of bounds. So guess what? That's going to keep the clock stopped. So that means you're going to have a lot more possessions, a lot more abilities for second chances without burning clock time. I think the first conference game that Troy played, it was like a 50 to 43 or 60 to 43 game, something like that. I mean, we're talking 100 points here. We're getting to play damn near half that. 54 and a half to a team that gives up 10 yards a pass. I think it's a gift. And we go into anything else that we talk about it. I do think that South Alabama is going to find success through the air. And then, since the Jaguars are not going to run the ball too much, they'll keep the clock stopped, maximize possessions. I think that's a big, big key factor. And I do think that because Troy is a better offensive team than South Alabama, and South Alabama's defense is just pretty shitty, I think it'll end up being a shootout. I think that we could see well over 40 points in the first half, and I think that we'll get closer to 70 points than anything else. So I'm going to go over 54 and a half as your official free play, and then with a lean on plus 15 on South Alabama in a game that I do think they could win outright. It wouldn't surprise me if they got beat by 2 touchdowns, but it also wouldn't surprise me anymore if South Alabama won this game outright. So a lean and a lean at best on plus 15. Something changes and you're on a package, you'll know about it because it'll be released. But your official free play, your premium play that I've already played and it will be on my card is over 54 and a half South Alabama Troy. Go get it. Any questions about the promotions or anything else we got going on, send me an email, chase@chasewins.com, and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Live show coming up October the 16th. You know what I've been saying? Yeah, I have been saying the 16th. I was sitting there, I said, do I keep saying the 15th? No, it is the 16th. 10:15 is the goal time. If we can start just a little bit earlier, we will. That'll be the latest time, though, and then we'll run until 11:15, and then we'll move on to the rest of the day. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. If you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in the winner's circle. See you guys.